Hare Krishna. Now Krishna has spoken in many shlokas about the object of knowledge, the Supreme. And now Krishna is going to end this discussion about the Supreme with the last shloka giving the final details. That is shloka number 18. Jyotisham api tat jyotis tamasaha paramuchyate jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam hridhi sarvasya vishtitam. So here Lord is saying, Jyotisham api tat jyotis. He is the source of the light in all the luminous objects. Tamasaha param uchyate. He is beyond the darkness of the matter and he is unmanifested. Jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam. So he is the knowledge, he is the object of knowledge and he is the goal of knowledge. And finally, hridhi sarvasya vishtitam. He is situated in everyone's heart. So the last shloka which describes about the Supreme and very wonderful shloka which is giving so many wonderful details about the Lord. Now we see so many luminous objects in the sky, be it sun, moon, stars or whatever. So where are they getting that luminous from? They are getting it from the Supreme effulgence. That is the Brahma Jyoti. And what is Brahma Jyoti? The effulgence coming from the body of the Lord, that is Brahma Jyoti. So in the spiritual world, there is no need of the sun, moon, stars or whatever. Why? Krishna says, Na tad bhashayate suryo na shashanko na pavakaha yad gatva na nivartante tad dhama paramam mama. In 15th chapter, Shloka number 6, he is telling this. That in my abode there is no need of sun, moon or fire or electricity. Why? It's self-illuminated. Means what? Since Lord is present there personally, the effulgence coming from the body of the Lord illuminates everything in the spiritual world. So there is no need of some artificial setup. But now what happens in the material world is, this effulgence that is coming from the Lord is covered. And since it is covered, this material world is considered to be a dark place. It's very simple to understand. Like when it's during the rainy season, sun is there. Say it is 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock afternoon. And at that time when the black clouds cover the sun, now they cannot cover the sun, but they're blocking our vision. So they cover the sun and because of that, it's all darkness everywhere. It's all gloomy. Same thing happens here, wherein the effulgence of the Lord is accessible here also, but then it is covered by Mahat Tattva. And since it is covered by Mahat Tattva, so what happens? This world remains dark and so we need artificial setup. And so Lord has provided us with the sun, moon, stars, fire, electricity and so many other things for some light, that with that light people can work. So in this way we understand that in this dark world we need light, external light explicitly. And then here it is given that his knowledge is transcendental. The Vedic literature confirms that Brahman is concentrated transcendental knowledge. To one who is anxious to be transferred to that spiritual world, knowledge is given by the Supreme Lord who is situated in everyone's heart. I repeat, to one who is anxious to be transferred to the spiritual world, knowledge is given by the Supreme Lord who is situated in everyone's heart. See, Lord is ready to do anything. It is said that Lord is more eager to take us back home, back to Godhead as compared to what eagerness we have. So when we are anxious, when we are hankering to go back home, back to Godhead, to the spiritual world, Goloka Vrindavana, and be always in association of Lord Sri Krishna. When we are hankering, when we are anxious, Lord Sri Krishna, from within, He gives us the intelligence. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upayanti te. 10th chapter, 10th Shloka, Bhagavad-gita. So here Krishna is saying that all those people who are lovingly doing devotional service constantly, eternally, constantly, nitya. So to them, I give that understanding, I give the knowledge, I give the intelligence. What? For coming back to me. That is back home, back to Godhead. So as devotees, one thing that actually we miss out is, we do everything, but one thing that we miss out is the mood of hankering. Somehow we get settled in this world. Somehow we get settled in this world. We are happy. Thinking anyways, I'm chanting, I'm reading, hearing, I'm having prasadam, so life is so nice. I'm with devotees. We all come together, we do kirtan, we dance, and then we have satsang. And it's so nice. We go for yatras together and everything is there. My life is so blissful. All that is there. But then, we cannot become satisfied and settled in this world. We have to hanker. We have not yet attained Krishna. Obviously, wherever devotee sangha is there Krishna will come, Krishna will manifest. But then we have not taken darshan of Krishna. There is no sakshatkar that has happened to us. We have not perceived the presence of Krishna in our life. We have not tasted what does it mean to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Because only when we perfect our life, we'll be able to taste what is that chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. What is that bliss that is hidden in these spiritual practices. Currently, when we're practicing bhakti, it is not that we feel extremely blissful and we're practicing. We're practicing because we are philosophically convinced that this will save me, this will purify me, so I have to do it. But then, when we keep doing it, with the hankering that when will that day come when I'll get purified? When will that day come when my eyes will get anointed with the love of Godhead? When will that day come when I'll be able to see the Lord face to face, eye to eye? This hankering is needed in devotees. And when this hankering comes, then everything else will fall in place. And with time, the devotee will advance so fast, so very fast, that before leaving this body, he'll be getting Sakshat Darshan of the Lord. And then he can go and describe it to others, that how the Lord looks, how the spiritual world is, and various other transcendental topics which are very, very difficult for a conditioned soul with impure senses to understand. So this hankering, the anxiousness is very important. Because we have very less time. Anytime we can die. Our life is like the lifespan of a water bubble on the surface of water. Now who can tell that how long a water bubble will remain on the surface of water? Anytime it can burst. Anytime. Similarly, anytime we can leave this body. So we need to be anxious that anytime I can leave this body, but have I done enough sadhana? Have I done enough sadhana? Have I accomplished or have I perfected my human form of life? No. If not, then we have to be extremely anxious that when will that day come? When will it happen? And with that anxiousness, with that hankering, we have to offer prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That, oh Lord, please help me. Please save me. I want to come back to you this very lifetime. Please help me. Without your help, I cannot attain you. Please help me. And with that mood, when we chant Hare Krishna, Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And literally, when we are anxious, the tears will glide down on our cheek. And at that time, every tear that is coming from the eyes, every tear will attract the mercy of Krishna. But all this will happen only if we have anxiousness in our heart to attain Krishna. If that anxiousness is not there, and if we have become complacent, if we are settled, we are happy, then even Krishna cannot save us. Because we have decided that we are happy and I'm done. So it is very important to have that anxiousness. And when it comes to the goal, only by knowing the Lord one can surpass the boundary of the birth and death. So in this way, when we understand about the Supreme Lord from Bhagavad-gita, from Srimad Bhagavatam, when we hear from the realized souls, from the lotus mouth, what happens? We actually get the realizations about Krishna by their mercy. And when we realize the name, form, qualities and pastimes of the Lord, then yes, we become qualified to break the cycle of birth and death. See, as of now, we know, but that's theoretically. That theory should change to realization. And what will change that? The mercy. Mercy of the pure devotees, the mercy of the Lord. And how to attract that mercy? By our everyday constant, uninterrupted, unmotivated endeavor in our sadhana practice. That is chanting, reading, hearing, associating with devotees, serving devotees, honoring only prasadam, fasting on days like Ekadashi, and so many other things which are there. We can do it every day to attract the mercy of the Lord, and when mercy comes, this theoretical knowledge that we are studying will be transformed into realization. And that realization will actually drive us back home, back to Godhead. Now here it is given that Supreme Personality of Godhead Super Soul is the Prabhu or Master of all living entities. He is the ultimate shelter of all living entities. So there is no denying the fact that Supreme Super Soul and individual souls are always different. Obviously, we have discussed this many times, that soul and super soul are different. Soul takes the shelter of super soul. Super soul gives the shelter to everyone. And super soul is there in each and everyone's heart. Doing what? He's witnessing our activities. He's acting as Anumanta and Upadrishta. He's Upadrishta, he witnesses, he's the overseer, and Anumanta, he sanctions our desires. So he's there in each and everyone's heart, and he also controls each and every person. So he is himself saying in 1861 Bhagavad-gita, Ishvara sarva bhutanam riddhesha arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarva bhutani yantra rudhani mayaya. O Arjuna, I'm there in each and everyone's heart, and I am controlling their movements. This is what Krishna is saying. So in this way, now Krishna has summarized or completed describing about the object of knowledge. So we started with the living entity, that is spirit soul as the object of knowledge, and elaborately Krishna spoke about the supreme soul as the object of knowledge. Now what Krishna is going to do is, he's going to tell us who are eligible to understand all these concepts that he is speaking. So let's see that in the next video. Hare Krishna.